First, we're gonna create a container with a screw lead in FreeCAD. Once we have the basic shape of the main body down, I'll go ahead and enter the exact dimensions to get it perfect. By the way, I followed a YouTube tutorial to get this down step by step. So if you guys want to check it out, I'll leave the link in the description below. His explanations are great, but since I'm still a beginner, I kept getting stuck along the way. Well, I'm not gonna lie, there were so many moments where I almost gave up. Alright, getting back on track. Let's make this outer part of the screw look like a triangle. With FreeCAD, you really have to define the exact dimensions, angles, and constraints before you can even move on to the next step, which makes it quite tricky. But I think that's why it feels so rewarding when you finally get it right. But if you're looking to save time and more direct way to learn 3D modeling, you might want to consider another software. So if any of you guys are actually using FreeCAD, I'm curious, how did you first get started with it? Let me know in the comments. Alright, moving on. Now we're gonna work on shaping the lead, making sure there's just a tiny gap between the lead and the main body. And you know what? After going through a lot of steps, when all the constraints are finally locked in, I'm genuinely happy. Okay, for the next step, we're gonna hide the sketch of the main body. However, we need this little bump from the screw to copy the exact same shape onto the lead. Just like before, we're gonna use a triangle to keep the same length and angle. And then adding a fillet here to make it nice and round. Also, constrain this to this line. Alright, the basic shape is done. Let's add the screw threads to the body. All we need to do is trim the ends to match the shape and fade them smoothly into the body. And we're gonna do the exact same thing for the bottom part. As you can see, the body part is finally done. And we're gonna do the same thing to the lid, so they can twist and lock together. Since there is an overhang inside, the final step is to turn this 90-degree corner into a smooth curve so it prints perfectly with no supports. I'm gonna adjust the two angles inside to make it work. Now everything is ready. I'm gonna send this file to the 3D printer. Split the model by object. After slicing the file, we can send this straight to the printer. It took about 40 minutes. It came out great and everything looks perfect, but it's too plain. So I decided to add something special. So this little pup is my mom's dog. I decided to tweak my old design and slap it onto the container. After checking the sides and setting up the slicer, I'm gonna start printing right away. Okay, this took about 30 minutes and looks very cute. This is the final detail I'll be working on. For a clean and lively finish, I'm gonna paint the small eyes and nose. Let me just glue this to the lid and let it dry, and we're done.